Here is part 2 of the DisneyWorld haul video. And, see, I think while I'm in the process of opening boxes, like I just opened the monorail and the parking lot tram, I'll show you the Cars 3 characters, since I gotta take them out of the box. The box got kind of mashed in the bag. Okay, now it's stuck mashed. There. But you got Jimbo. Get a glare on the box. You got Jimbo, Francis Beltline, Chester Whipplefilter, T-Bone, and Taco. And I won't spoil the movie in case you haven't seen it, about why he's in the Demolition Derby. Okay. It's an interesting package. Okay. I don't even know how these work. Oh, figured out how they work. You twist them. I thought that's how it worked, but I'm having a heck of a time twisting them because they're not real easy to grab a hold of. Because they're flat. They're real flat, so they're hard to grab a hold of. Well, she just fell out of the box. Okay. So first, let's look at Jimbo. Jimbo looks like he's got four-wheel drive tires in the front and regular, like, spare tires in the back. And on the back cab, it says wanted. And then you can see how the truck bed's all mashed in there, because all these guys are Demolition Derby cars. And the hood is tied down, you know, it's got all the different stuff like you see at a Demolition Derby. On the box here it just says Jimbo, but on the top of it says Jimbo the Second. And they're loud, but he rolls good. And they're all die cast, so they're gonna be kind of loud since they're hollow inside and they're die cast. Then here's Francis Beltline. The chassis is textured on her like mud. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the chassis is textured with mud more than the actual car. And even after watching the movie, I'm yet to figure out what kind of car she is. Maybe Aston Martin. But that's as far as I've came to that. But you can see a little bit of the chrome on her wheels, but not a lot. Then the number 20. And she rolls good too. She's even got suspension in her. And Chester Whipplefilter. Oh wow, he's textured all the way around with the mud. Obviously it's not actual mud, but feels like it, you know. And the 15, if you can see it. Just barely. You can see it on camera. There he's all muddy. He rolls good. Oh yeah, I was right. T-bone really doesn't roll all that well. But obviously, a car that has been T-boned would not. I like T-bone. He's got a lot of road signs on him. He's got a dead end sign. He's got a speed limit sign. He's got a highway sign, 40 West California. Truck route. Park Avenue. State Road 45. And then he's got the silver. It's a wheel or a manhole. I'm thinking with all the signs he's got on him, it's probably a manhole. He's got one on the back there too. I mean, he rolls. He just doesn't roll like the rest of them. You can kind of hear his wheels drag. And if I just let it freely roll, it rolls towards the camera a little bit. See, I'm not. So he's straight here, and as I push it, it just kind of goes. But that makes sense the way all the wheels are angled. So that's T-bone. And then my favorite here is Taco. I don't know why he's my favorite in this set. I like him a lot. He's got the same wheels as Jimbo. He's got the off-road tires, except for this time they're in the back. And then these tires look like slick tires, but they're bigger. Yeah, they're a lot bigger than the ones on Jimbo. So there's Taco's face. And I like how the truck bed on Taco, they actually took the time to make that split right there like a real truck would if the back end of it got bent up this high. It says Ward's Towing and a phone number. And there's the bottom of Taco. You can kind of see part of the chassis from just when he's sitting down. And so far he's the only one that I think I've figured out what he is. And I don't know if I'm right. I want to say, just by those back tail lights, that it's a Ford. But, you know, it's a car's vehicle, so unless it's licensed, like Doc Hudson would be a licensed vehicle, since Hudson was a car company. It's not going to say what kind of vehicle he is. All we know is it's an old truck. I like watching the air, or the line spin around. It looks kind of weird on camera. But there's the Crazy 8 set. Going along with the Crazy 8 set, we have Miss Fritter. I've previously opened this, so I don't have to untie anything. I can basically just pull her out of the box. So Miss Fritter is obviously an old school bus and a monster truck. And here's what happened to Taco in the movie. Was she ran into the back of him like that, and I don't remember exactly how, but Taco ended up flying up in the air when she hit him, and then he landed in the mud. He landed in the mud like that. And you gotta actually look for that part in the movie, because if you don't look for it, you miss it. I had this set when I went to see the movie. Obviously I didn't take it with me, but I remembered all the cars that was in there, that in this pack. So I was looking for them, you know. And T-Bone's got a funny story. He was driving, you know, like this. He didn't roll real well, and then somebody, seems like it was Jimbo, ran into him, you know, and then he was fixed. He could roll right again. And then Miss Fritter comes by and hits him again, and now he's back to being T-Bone. So Miss Fritter, like I said, is an old school bus, and I like the exhaust coming up out of the sides of the hood there, and then all the corrugated steel on the windows here, and then the wrenches on the tires, and all the license plates that she has collected from vehicles that she's ran over. Then on the back there it says Fritter Time, and the license plate also says Fritter Time, or I'm assuming that's what all those letters stand for. And then she's got lots of little window stickers in the windows. And then on this side it says Cutting Boulevard above all of the license plates. And then the stop sign, which is actually a saw blade, comes out. See? And she's die cast, so she's heavy. And then the smokestacks and the back bumper are rubber. And surprisingly enough, the drive axle is rubber too. So if you run over something, it'll just bend and then it'll go back in place. So like if let's run over Taco. If Miss Fritter runs over Taco, you can see when she gets to the truck bed there, her drive axle's bent, and then when she gets off of him, it's back the way it's supposed to be. And then chassis is metal, and then all the accessories like the rear bumper's rubber and the drive axle, and I guess the front bumper is die cast, and then the smokestacks are rubber too, so that if you fall on them, they're not as pointy. Then on the side there, of course, it says Miss Fritter. So the cars down here came in the Crazy 8 set, and then Miss Fritter just goes along with that, so I included her in the video.